guys, it's Stacy with Chapter Chicks, and I have gotten a request from Ernesto6103 and Draw Loves Books. Draw Loves Books has her own channel, so please go check her out. I'll link her below to do a review of her Vampire Academy. But since I've read the entire series, I'm just going to go ahead and do a series review. Me and Jessica finished the series at the same time, so I didn't do a series review when I finished reading it because we already had a video of Jessica doing it. I'll put a link down below. But people wanted to know my opinions on the series, so I just wanted to wait a little bit before I did this review to give some time between mine and Jesse's. So I'm going to go ahead and not only review this one, but review the entire series. So this is a series review of Vampire Academy. I did meet Michelle Mead, so all my copies are assigned, but when we met her, we were the last people on the last stop of her tour, so she was kind of tired, so we didn't really get to talk to her as much as we wanted to talk to her. Alright, I had to put my hair up. This is going to be a big one, so I need to concentrate on the book and not my hair. Some information on the series. There are 6 books in this series, and Michelle Mead did write a companion series, which is the Bloodline series. There's 2 books out in that series currently. I think the second one is going to come out in June, but the first one is already out, and that is about a book about different characters in this series. And then there's also the Vampire Academy graphic novel series, which is basically these books but in graphic novel form. There's 2 of those out. The series is really hard to explain, so I'm going to start off as if you've never heard of this series, you haven't read it yet, and just give a review of the first one. This is about a friendship between 2 girls named Rose and Lissa. And if I accidentally say Alyssa, I'm sorry. I have a niece named Alyssa, and every time I think of Lissa, I say Alyssa. So if I accidentally say that sometime in this video, I apologize now. But Rose and Lissa have just run away from St. Vladimir's Academy. This academy is a school for royalty vampires, which are called the Marori, and their would-be guardians, which are the Dhampir. They're then dragged back to the academy because Lissa is a Dragomir, the last Dragomir princess, and she is very important because there is the Strigoi, which is bad, evil vampires who want to kill the Marori. That's what the book is about. And don't worry, all that was in the back with this little blurb and the synopsis. A lot of people say they don't like the first one because there is a lot of information that's being thrown at you. There is not only characters being thrown at you, but 3 different new cultures of vampires being thrown at you. There's a lot of setup going on, and then the differences between the species and all that. So, and then plus there's the relationship between the characters. There's a lot of setup going on in this book. If you remember from our in-depth vampire novel Notion, the vampires that she uses is actually have actual lore. I want to say it's Russian vampire lore, so that it is real vampire cultures that she is going off of, so it's not just something that she made up. I love the first one. I thought it was amazing. I love the characters. I love the world that she set up. I was completely enthralled when I read the first one. I'm going to tell you guys right now that I talked to Gina from YA Fiction Freaks, and when I was talking to her and I said, what did you think about Vampire Academy? She said, oh, I haven't read that one yet. Because she didn't like House of Night, and she thought it was like House of Night. There is some similarities with vampires going to school as the same as the House of Night, but do not compare and judge this series to the House of Night. This one is on a whole different level than the House of Night series is. It doesn't have your typical stereotypes of a vampire book in it. It's not about, a mysterious vampire coming to town and sweeping a human girl off her feet. It's more based on the friendship between Rose and Lissa and their adventures together. This is a really good series. Do not associate it with Twilight or the House of Night because it's on a different level of its own. I want to say that even though I went fangirl crazy over Twilight, that this is my favorite vampire series. It's really good, and you should really check it out if you have not yet. Read Vampire Academy? Then don't read this. Don't watch this part of the review. The next book in the series is called Frostbite. In this one, there is a nearby Strigoi attack by the school. So the school, being under high alert, decides to take the whole St. Vladimir Academy to the mountains, like on a ski trip, and it's mandatory. All of the kids have got to go. So now the whole group is up in the slopes and the snowy mountains. There's a couple more new characters introduced, and Rose has a lot of guy troubles in this one that she has to deal with. My thoughts on this one is I didn't think it was as good as the first one. I still enjoyed it. I still really liked it, but I thought it was a forgettable book. Like there was just some filler stuff thrown in there. Really not something that really stood out in the book to really make you remember, like, oh my gosh, this one was my favorite, but it was just kind of like a filler, but it had a lot of good things happening in it, and I still really enjoyed it. I'm just trying to give a brief overview of all these because I really don't want to spoil anybody on the series. This one, again, do not watch this part if you have not read book 1 and 2. And this one, Rose's love for Dimitri is really starting to grow, and she knows that she can't be with her guardian at all because it's like a rule, you can't break it. And then Rose starts to see like shadows and ghosts that are warning her that danger is coming. So the story at this point in the series is beautiful. It's developing so well, the characters are developing well, and then this one I want to say is my favorite in the series if I remember correctly, because this one I was just like, oh my gosh, I loved Rose, I loved her development, I loved Dimitri and her relationship. Oh, loved it so much, and I loved all the little pieces coming in throughout this book, and I just loved it. I thought it was so good. So at this point in the series, it was amazing. Could not wait to get the next book in the series after I read this one. It just left you on your toes. It was so good. And then the fourth one is Blood Promise. In this one, Dimitri has gone missing. He's gone dark. He's turned into Strigoi, and Rose is just she's just heartbroken, so she decides to go out and try to find him. For Rose, this is very difficult because it means that she must leave Alyssa, and that's something that she just has never even thought about, because vampires have never ever put themselves before their person they're supposed to guard ever. She just had to. She was so in love with him. This one was also very good. Book 3 and Book 4 are really good. Some unexpected things happen in this. This is the fifth one, Spiritbound. If you have not read Book 1 through 4, don't watch this. This one, Rose has to go back to St. Vladimir's Academy because it's graduation time, and she failed to kill Dimitri. Now she has to focus on graduating and getting through her guardian test. This is the part where the Moroi get signed their guardians. Dimitri is also stalking Rose a little bit in this one, and at this point in the series, I was just like, this is the best series ever. And then the last one is Last Sacrifice. There's her signature. She did personalize this one. It says, "To Stacy, thanks for coming." I have my issues with the last one in the series. I really don't like how the series got wrapped up. So in this one, Rose has been wrongfully accused of killing the queen, and she now has to deal with that. And this one, that's all I'm going to say about it because I really don't want to spoil, just brief snippets here and there. What I am going to talk about on this one is the last book in the series, and I'm very disappointed on the way the series wrapped up. I was not happy about it at all. I feel like with this one, Rose did some things that were out of her character nature, and I feel like that at the end of this series, I really just did not like Rose anymore. Throughout the series, I've loved her. I thought she was a strong female protagonist. I loved how she always did what she thought was right, regardless of what anybody else thought. But in this one, I think Rose made a lot of bad choices, and I didn't like who she was at the end of the series. She was not the person I thought she was, and I was just really disappointed in her. When I finished this book, I did not know that there was going to be a companion series. So I felt like there was holes in characters that we didn't know what happened to them, and it was just kind of given a brief, this is where they ended up without any more information. I mean, it is a 6-book series. It's really big altogether, and I felt like that some of these characters I've been following and loved, and I felt like they didn't get a justified end, and I really just did not like the wrap up of it at all. And then later on, when I found out that there was a companion series, I'm going to go read it because I want to find if some of these holes and some of these really bad tie-ins are tied up in the next series. Overall, loved the series. Disappointed with the wrap up, but definitely love the series. One of my favorite vampire series, and I am going to read the Bloodline series because I want to see where Rochelle Mead takes this world and these characters and see what characters pop up in it. I really don't know hardly anything about that one. I hope you enjoyed this series review. It's one of my favorite series. Let me know your thoughts on it if you like the wrap up, if you like the series. If you did start reading it and you stopped halfway through, let me know where. This is Stacy with Chapter Chicks. This was my Vampire Academy series review, and I hope you guys liked the review. Bye, guys.